What is happening, everybody? My name's Seven and welcome to this Fortnite video. I do really hope that you enjoy it. If you do and you're brand new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit that like. Now in this video I'm going to go to all locations which aren't named on the map that are worth looting. Now these might be for solo tactics or for group. It's entirely up to you what you do with these, and there is no particular order, but there are 10 in total. So let's take a look at number 10. Now number 10 was probably the most voted one when I was making my previous video talking about other locations. Now this is the prison. You can find this in the bottom right sector of the map. Now when on the prison, at the start of this, you can get very lucky if you find a weapon before anybody else. As you can see in this clip, I managed just to get the weapon in time. If I hadn't picked up this weapon in time, I would have definitely died because somebody else would have got the weapon anyhow. Now inside of here as well, there are numerous rooms that we can just open, like all the different cells, and in each of these cells you might find some med kits, weapons. You know, you can find some really good like accessories to start your game here. I got a very good setup and I made sure I collected as many weapons as I possibly could. It basically killed 4 players. Now I felt like the way that they were playing, they were going after me because I had a weapon. I doubt they were actually playing as a group in solo, but it could have been an opportunity for them because this guy just didn't seem to give a shit. So there we go, we have number 10. Now looking at number 9, this one is also a really cool place to go. Now there isn't much loot here, so this is a starting point that you want to then, you know, go to first off in solo, and then you want to branch out. This is warehouses, and this is dead on center map. There are 3 large warehouses. In each of these you might have the chance of getting some really good loot or nothing at all. So you take your pick, and luckily for me, I got the one with the chest, and that is all you're looking for. There is one with the chest like this. You see I get an AR that pretty much sets me up. I'm able then to go in and go and get some kills, or let's say a kill on this poor fella who had looted the room nicely for me. Thank you very much, mate. I actually came in here one time as well and found an epic scar just chilling on the side. It's just mad what you can actually find in places like this that not many people go to all the time. You can also use all the metal and everything inside to get some really decent you know, resources as well to carry on throughout the game. In our 8th spot, we have crates. Now, crates is quite popular. Some people call it construction, but I don't know why they would call that. It's got crates all over the place. It's not too far from the woods, and it's one of those places that I'd say less people go to because it's quite awkward, but it is a good place for loot, as everywhere you go, you've got metal. Now, metal we know is the best resource, and I get lucky enough to be able to get a kill and carry on looting afterwards around this area. So definitely land here with caution, because it is rather complex and intricate, so you can get lost in this and get yourself killed by someone sneaking around. There was a fellow on these stairs, as you can see. I land myself up, try go for the kill, he dips, disappears, but don't worry, I get my vengeance. I destroy him, and then afterwards, like I say, I went and found some chests. There's some decent chests in this place. Got a bunch of resources, which then helped me in the later game as well, so definitely come to this location, and it's great for squads. 7th place, we have a location which I've named Caravan Park. I don't really know what this is called. I'm just kind of making up names as I go. So if you have a name that you use with your squad, let me know in the comments, because I know everyone has slightly different names for everything. Now, it's pretty obvious why I call this one Caravan Park, because there was loads of different caravans and whatnot lying around. There's also a barn, so it's kind of felt like a farmer's property, but what you want to do is land on top of this barn, you want to knock the roof out, and if you're lucky enough, just like I did, you will find 2 chests in the top of the barn, which you cannot complain about. Apart from, for some reason in this area, I got a lot of uncommon SMGs. Like I got one there, and then I also got one later on as well. But hey, I got a shield, and that is all that matters. We all know that shields are OP in Fortnite. I continued to loot the area and didn't really get any contention apart from one person, so it wasn't too bad. Now moving on to number 6, this one is the Golden Bridge. Now there are numerous bridges around the map, and they are worth like jumping to if you're a player who likes to go and loot the smaller buildings on the outskirts of places instead of jumping straight into the larger areas like the cities. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to do this one, but if you're just somebody who isn't really that new to the game, you just want to get maybe like a basic weapon and you just want to explore around, that might be a good place for you to start to kind of get used to the map. Or if you're somebody who wants to challenge yourself to limited loot, then, well, why not come here as well? As you can see, I only find a pistol, but hey, pistol versus a rare shotgun Ooh, who said who's gonna win here? Yeah, I got contested and I ended up killing the dude. He should have killed me. He was a bad player. Sorry, mate. Sorry. And also, you've got all these cars that you can break down so you can walk away with some decent resources as well. We are now halfway through the video. We are taking a look at the race course. Now, there's a tip for going to race course. You don't want to go directly to the race course. You have to go slightly outside of it. And the reason for this is, with open top buildings that have been abandoned, they always have a chest in them, and it tends to be on the top floor. There is one not too far away from the actual area of the race course as well. As you can see here, it's just to the left hand side. I land in, open up the chest, then I guarantee myself some form of loot, and then I'm able to go over to the race course. If anybody landed there, I can pick them off and then grab their loot that they've collected from the area. And if nobody has been there, then well, I can go loot for myself. But like when I went, somebody had looted the house, and as you can see in the top of the house there was a chest. They went and opened that, they dropped all their loot, and I'm a happy boy because now I've got everything I've ever wished for from the race course, which is just wonderful loot for one time. Now let's take a look at number 4. Now number 4 is once again very similar to the Golden Bridge. This is Mountaintop, and on Mountaintop there's nothing but a tower. Now this tower is just like the ones you find around the map. There is also another open top abandoned building not too far away, as you can see on the right. There's another tower, and then there's another tower as well. So there's lots of little outhouses and buildings around this area that you can loot. Now I got really bad luck. Nothing was in here, of course, when I first landed in. So I was able to go down to the open top building and then get myself an assault rifle and open up a crate as well, because of course, like I said before, they always have crates in them. So this is a pretty cool place if you just want to land somewhere by yourself. It's pretty uncontested, like for quite some time, unless someone is mad enough to somehow see this and then land there repeatedly, and then you're definitely gonna definitely bump into somebody. And I deeply apologize for my inclusion in that whole process. But that is number 4. Number 3 is going to be a place I named Pleasant House. Now it looked really cool on the map, and I was like, oh, I've never been there before. So I took it as a chance and went down there instead of going straight into Pleasant. Like, it's one of my favorite places. But instead of going there, hey, let's go to this little weird outhouse. And in this house, it's very weird. It's like a maze, the way that they've got the rooms. Now the outer rooms that you can see that are extended out of the building, these tend to be where you find the chests. You can also find loot like I just found there on the balcony. Eventually I did find the chest. It was on the, like I say, the front part of the building on the outside. I did get contested here by a player who'd went from the actual town itself, but if I'd found this chest faster, I probably would have been out of there and I wouldn't have had too many problems. But once again, we got that shield potion, that almighty shield potion that we all need. And then we found another shield potion, meaning we had 200 health. Love it. Number 2 is going to take us to a place that is going to probably make you hungry if you're a fan of fast food. Yes, we are going to Pizza Town. I would love some pizza right now. Pizza is my favorite food, and it's really unhealthy unless you make homemade, but hey, doesn't matter. We're at Pizza Town. In Pizza Town in this clip, there was only me and one other fellow. Now, of course, you've got the gas station, the small little outhouse building, and then you've got Izzo's Pizzas. Now, you can land on any of these and hope that you get a gun, which I did, so I was okay, man. But so did he. He went into the gas station, he got a weapon too, but thankfully for me, I redeemed myself after my potato aim, killed him, and got a blue assault rifle. Thank you very much, mate. I'll take that over pizza any day. Tasty. And now we're going to move on to number 1. Now, I actually haven't got an interesting name for number 1. Number 1 is simply just an unnamed town, which is in the centerpiece of the map. Now, you can come here instead of going to one of the marked locations. The marked locations tend to be the most popular places, but they always do have like the best loot, in the sense of there's a higher chance of getting more crates or chests. Those are very, very important for getting those legendaries. Now, when you land in here, literally just pick a house, take out the attic, do whatever you want at this point. I landed on the building here with somebody and he nearly stole my chest, so I would have been quite upset if he had, but thankfully for me, he didn't. And I managed to get the weapon, and take his life in the insane process. He regrets everything. You regret it all, young fellow. And so this unnamed town is definitely one of my favourite locations. If I'm crossing over this area, I wouldn't take this as a no. And then we grab ourselves a second medkit. And I hope that you find some of these locations to be really, really useful, because I use them quite often and they are really handy just to kind of take you out of the way and also put you in a location where maybe there's less confrontation. And if you're somebody who likes that, then you're going to love this video anyhow. Thank you for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all in the comment section below. Let me know where your favourite location is and I will speak to you there. My name's been Seven, also known as Martin Lee Wood. Like and comment on all that you love. Peace.